We are in Atlanta, Georgia, a home nest for the Hawks. It's an interconference matchup right here. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes and the small forward. And the basket by Horford. The Hawks offense was a thing of beauty at times to watch last year. They really came together. They epitomized that term team so well.
You hit it right on the head. I mean, they knew how to find the open man. The ball always ended up in the right spot. And so many of their shots came from assists, second in the league in that category. And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Now, here's Teague. Just 4 to shoot. It's deflected. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. We play just over a minute here in the first. Curry attacking. They double-team Curry. Here's Bogut. Here's Green. Rejected by Millsap. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. Barnes with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Shot clock at 5. Thompson inside the line.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts, trying to take the lid off the basket.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him. You'll do the knowledge to the master builder. You can taste the excitement here in the Quicken Loans Arena.
Ready to go?
It'll be the defending NBA champion Golden State Warriors facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Warriors. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. And it's Barnes in a small forward. You can point to any number of things, Clark. The Warriors did well last year. They're playing the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. That'll be a 5-second call.
And for the Warriors, they would go on several road trips undefeated last season. Still, the only time they looked vulnerable were games on the road.
Green inside the three-point line. Not enough on that one as it misses. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That's his first foul. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And, you know, with the Warriors on the road, they would occasionally dig a hole they couldn't get out of. Still, hard to critique a team that was so dominant in every facet of the game last season, even on the road.
And Curry, here we go. And the rejection by James. And he's able to get it back. And they'll keep possession.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Well, out of the break, guys, he's managed to turn it over twice now, and that doesn't bode well for the rest of the quarter if he doesn't shake out of it and tighten things up.
From deep, Green. And he gets it to go. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
It's unusual to see this from him. 3 turnovers already?
You know, I like the aggression, but he's really forcing the issue right now. He's got to just settle down and get back to the game plan.
It's Curry with the drive. And that one's good.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Cavs were one of the top teams in the East last year, and it was in large part to how strong they were at home.
Boy, did they shoot it well from beyond the arc at home, Kevin. I mean, top 3 in the league in terms of three-point shooting. It does help to have LeBron, doesn't it?
It does. That is a factor. That'll be a 5-second call.
Just too many miscues here in the early going.
And it's not hard to see why they're down. I mean, it seems every trip down the floor, they're giving the ball to the other team.
The Warriors have a Western Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend home court here at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Here's the starting group for Houston. Modiunas and Howard, the post pair. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. And it's Beverly in the one spot.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names. Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Thompson with the bucket.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Ariza's got his second basket. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I have talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
Here's Curry. That one a little long. Rockets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Got a hand on it. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
The free throw off from Barnes. Whoa! Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
As you're talking about the Warriors, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, they had players that really complemented each other. Some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. They also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play, so they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
Michael Beasley. He's checked in for Houston. Terry comes in for Patrick Beverly. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Here's Harden. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And then for Houston, Capella's checked in. And it's Brewer in for Trevor Ariza.
And, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Green. And a switch here also for Houston. McDaniels, he's checked in for James Harden. Terry. And it's Spates with the rebound.
And with the Rockets last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go and went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
3 points.
Nice shot by Terry.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And Terry over to help. Ezeli kicks to Barbosa. Here's Spates. And Capella sends it back. McDaniels passes to Beasley. Here's Capella. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Stolen by Terry. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
But you know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Inside. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got 7 points in the game.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Houston on top as they end the first quarter on a 14-6 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Rockets?
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Modiunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. Bogut dishes to Green. There's the feed to Rush. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson for the triple. It's rebounded by Houston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
The offensive rebound. Bogut. Good D by Ariza. Modiunas kicks to Harden. Here's Beverly. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league and Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons, kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Warriors trailed by 10. Curry passes to Thompson. He dishes it to Bogut. Down low. And Green with the basket on the assist by Bogut. Green's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
There's the dish to Moniunas. To the paint. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Curry. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Here's Beverly. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Curry can't get it to go. Rockets leading by 8. In the corner, Harden. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. And the Warriors with some changes. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. And a switch here also for Houston. Beasley's checked in. Barnes with it. He's picked up by Ariza. From 10 feet out. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Here's Beasley. Beverly dishes to Beasley. Ariza kicks to Beverly. And stolen by Spates. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Barnes.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out and transition.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Boy, he's really doing a nice job taking advantage of what the defense is giving.
Harden kicks to Howard. And stolen by Spates.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
It's Harden with the drive. And that one is good by Beasley.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And some changes here for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. McDaniels, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Tarian for Patrick Beverly. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Spates.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Rockets lead by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
I'll tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
An explosive display it was, fellas. They might have to get the backup rim ready if he keeps attacking the hoop like he did before the break.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. Here's Green. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And the Rockets were a tough team last year, but at times it really felt like a one-man show. Harden carried them so much for so long. You just have to wonder if it wore him out.
And if carrying the team during the regular season wore Harden down, Greg, as you were talking about, it didn't show that much in the playoffs. Harden was phenomenal most, if not Clark, all of the postseason.
I would agree with you, but there also were some other guys for Houston that did step up in the postseason. Howard looked as good as he did before all of his injuries, as a case in point.
And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
The drive by Green. Good. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Howard kicks to Beverly. They get it back. Kicks it out to Harden. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. 14 points for James Harden.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
To the inside. Beverly. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Now it's a 7-point Houston lead.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
Howard, the pass to Harden. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Green. They get a hand on it. Houston leading by 7. It's Harden with the drive. Missed it. He's now made 6 of 10 from the field. Pass to Barnes. And the layup is good. Barnes has got 8.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Pass to Howard. Barnes with it. 8 points for him. Here's Thompson. Moves back up. It's hauled in by Beverly.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And Curry, here we go. Can't connect from short range.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Harden dishes to Beverly. Wide open. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Beverly. 16 points for James Harden. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And again, no good by Golden State.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted. Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And that one's good. Brewers got the lead up to 11 now for Houston.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates. Brandon Rush is checked in for the Warriors. Barbosa comes in for Ian Clark. Terry kicks to Capella. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Beasley for three. No good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's... And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Warriors trail by 13. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Howard is out there with Beasley. And it's Ariza in the small forward position.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Got a hand on it. It's Harden with the drive. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Rockets leading by 16. The three. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And the Warriors with some changes. Andrew Bogut checked in for Iguodala. And it's Barnes in for Brandon Rush. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Warriors, girls.
The Warriors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. It's Curry with the drive.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities. Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
Timeout called, the Rockets. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Beasley the screen. Three-pointer. That's good from Ariza on the assist by Harden. That's 7 points for Ariza. And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones was out. They missed those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt them inside. But also, remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So, in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed.
They're completely untracked here. Actually, they're off the track. I'm not seeing the usual flow and movement from the offense from this team. And that's not like them. That's out of character. They got to get back to their free-flowing offense. That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
Warriors ball.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Curry. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
It's Harden with the drive. Kicks it out to Ariza. Offline with his 3. Warriors trail by 18. Here's Curry. And it's blocked.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Man showing some terrific range.
For 3.
And that's now 7 points for Beasley.
Their 3rd 3-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
And the basket by Harden.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Rockets.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Harden. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's his first personal foul.
It's no secret, Clark, what this Houston Rockets team wants to do. They want to get to the line, drive the lane, and hurt you from outside the arc.
And they'll do it all at a very fast pace. I mean, they're fun to watch. The pace is something that I think sneaks up on teams sometimes, Kevin.
Good point. And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in. Moniunas comes in for Michael Beasley. Corey Brewer's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's KJ McDaniels in for Patrick Beverley. Harden draws the double. He feeds it to Brewer. No good. And Golden State will go the other way with it.
And no doubt the Rockets were one of the faster-paced teams in the league last year. When you have the firepower they do, you want it to become a scoring fest.
The 3 from Harden. The Warriors pull it in. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Azili gets the bucket.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Rockets substitution. Jason Terry.
Here's Terry. McDaniels passes to Moniunas. Uncovered. It's in.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well.
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Home court advantage goes to the Warriors playing here at the Oracle Arena. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the Splash Brothers are the guards. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes and the small forward.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
The drive by Thompson. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
And that one's good. About a minute played so far here in the first. Curry against Curry. And two free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Stephen Curry hits them both.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
The feed to Bogut. Back to Curry. Three-pointer. There's the bucket. Good.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Pass to Bogut. 6 on the shot clock. The dive for the ball. It's stolen by Curry. Thompson dishes to Bogut. Kicks it to Barnes. Outside, Green. Fires for three. No good. Nice D from Bogut. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense. But their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season. And some nights, the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
And here is Green after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air. And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs. Even though it went down, I don't think that's the kind of look they should be settling for.
Thompson misses.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Now here's Curry. He's got 6. Uncovered. Rebound Bogut.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Different look here for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Green. Andre Iguodala has checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
Maurice Bates.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Now the dish to Spates. To the inside. Azili the pass to Livingston. Spates with the block. They recover it. Azili gets the bucket. Warriors trailed by 4. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Thompson kicks to Spates. The fadeaway. It's rebounded by Livingston.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
The baskets come. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Maurice Spates out there with Iguodala. And it's Rush. And there's Livingston. And it's Barbosa in the shooting guard position. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Here's Livingston. It's rebounded by Livingston. We're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. But they'll get another chance. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. And the Warriors with some changes. Green comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Klay Thompson in for Shaun Livingston. And then for Golden State, Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Spates. Draymond Green comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Curry subbed in for Shaun Livingston. Curry's checked in for Golden State. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. They need this. And he lays it up and in. Curry's got 6.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Spates kicks to Curry. Rush with the steal. And Thompson sends it back. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And some changes here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Spates. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Brandon Rush. Barnes, who's checked in for Golden State. Ian Clark comes in for Leandro Barbosa. Now here's Curry. He's got 6. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Curry. Green with the block. And they'll keep possession. Bogut. Off target from outside. Curry with it. Guarded now by Barnes. And Curry, here we go. Curry with some nice D.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there. Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
Now here's Curry. He's got 8. Curry with another miss.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Takes it from 10. Good. He hits the jump shot. Curry's got 4 points in the quarter. Warriors took apart the West last season. They went 42-10 against the rest of the conference. The games between them and second place in the West were the same as the games between second place and 8th in the West.
And the Warriors didn't just pick on the little guys. I mean, they had big wins over the top teams in the West. Against the rest of the playoff teams, the Warriors were a whopping 20-5.
Feeds to Bogut. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And Curry, here we go. And the basket good. Curry's got 10.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
Count that one. 10 points for him.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Different look here for the Warriors. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Green. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. That'll be a 5-second call.
Clearly a mental lapse at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time. But it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. Now here is Barbosa. Lets it fly. No good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
To the wing right side. Here's Livingston. Here's Ezeli. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. The Warriors on top. They finish off the second quarter on a 15-6 run. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes, and at the 3, the small forward. That's the Warriors' 5. And Green gets it to go.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
And the shot is good.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Warriors trailed by 16.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league in, Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And, Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons, kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
Clock at 6. Wing shot on the way. They grab their own miss. Barnes against Thompson. With 1 on the clock. And he jams it with authority.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Ian Clark's checked in for Curry. And the Warriors also making a change. Rush is checked in. Curry gets the bucket.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Passes to Clark. Offensive rebound. He feeds it to Barnes. And another shot. And it's good on the way up. Barnes has got 6 points.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Here's Clark. He has 5. The shot is off.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
That's his second personal.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors show just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Steph Curry. Spates checked in for Brandon Rush. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Well, the Warriors did zip the ball around very well last year, Clark. They led the league, as Greg was just talking about, led the league in assists per game. It wasn't even close. Over 27 assists per game as a team.
Yeah, 28 times they had 30 or more assists. In 2014, the team that led in that category was the Spurs. They did it only 16 times.
Kurt, look at that.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Out to Thompson. Over in the corner, Livingston. Warriors the rebound. Spates can't cash in from close range.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Livingston dishes to Green. Tries again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Ezeli comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Warriors have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Lets it go from 14. Green passes to Curry. He dishes it to Bogut. It's stolen. Here's Ezeli, covered by Bogut. Livingston kicks to Green. Here is Livingston. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. The shot is off. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Warriors leading by 12. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. Steph Curry's out there with Barbosa. And it's Ezeli in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Curry with it. The drive by Thompson. Stripped it away. Here's Livingston. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. Then for the Warriors, Andrew Bogut checked in for Ezeli. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Andre Iguodala.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Warriors trailed by 18. Stolen by Barbosa. And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Golden State. Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa. Kicks it out to Iguodala.
Andrew Bogut. Klay Thompson.
Thompson left side. They get it back. Bogut dishes to Iguodala. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
You got to like how they're getting the ball inside this half. They didn't have as much success earlier in the game, but now they're showing real determination in taking it inside to score.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Now here's Curry. And stolen by Spates. Throws it up high. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And Curry, here we go. Looking to end the run. It's rebounded by Livingston. Livingston's got his third rebound tonight. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get, but Again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Thompson against Thompson. Stolen by Thompson. Soft touch off the glass.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Banked in off the glass.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That free throw good from Thompson. And some changes here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Speights. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 15-6 run. Up top, Curry. Guarded by Curry. 5 to shoot. Green with the block.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Outside Curry. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. And the Warriors lead by 21.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Speights, the pass to Ezeli. Tries to keep it alive.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Stephen Curry. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in, and if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Barbosa kicks to Clark. Shot is no good, and Golden State will go the other way with it.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Ezeli gets the bucket.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
To the middle. And now running up the court, Rush pushing it all the way. And so they foul intentionally.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here, Greg. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
He doesn't get the second one.